Namaste everybody, welcome to YogaCandi. My name's Candace and today we have an all levels morning flow, and this class is going to be really mindful, really slow. We're going to hold poses a little longer, and it's also going to help wake up the body, great for after a bad night's sleep. So if you've woken up feeling a little bit worse for wear, then this is going to be a great class. Or if you just want something a little more gentle, then this is also going to be a great class for you. So guys, have some blocks ready. If you don't have yoga blocks, I recommend investing, but you can also use a couple of thick books or just improvise with something else. They're not something you have to have today, but they're going to help us with some of our poses. So let's start off in a comfortable seat. Sit up tall through the spine. Roll your shoulders back and down. We're going to start with a bit of pranayama, just to calm the system and get ourselves into the mood for yoga today. So take your index and middle finger, place them between your eyebrows. Have your thumb free, and then your baby finger and your ring finger are also free. So you can watch me for the first round. We're going to close off the right nostril and inhale through the left. A nice big deep inhale all the way down to the belly, closing the eyes. And then we're going to close off the left nostril and exhale out the right. And we're going to continue this, so you keep blocking the right and inhaling through the left, and then blocking the left and exhaling out the right. So all inhales out the left, let me start again. All inhales through the left, or exhales out the right. We're going to do 10 together. So sit up straight, close your eyes. Place your fingers on your forehead, block the right inhale. Nice slow deep inhale, exhale out the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Take the next 5 at your pace. Take one more. Keeping the eyes closed. Just remove your hand, take it to your knees. Sit up tall, allow your shoulders to drop heavy. And take some deep inhales and exhales in and out of the nostrils. We're going to keep that deep inhale and exhale throughout our class today. With the eyes closed, just start to roll the neck in half circles from shoulder to shoulder. Roll your head over to the left. Allow your head to drop towards the left shoulder, eyes still closed. Lock the arm and extend it out to the side. Your right arm, bringing your right fingertips down to the ground. Keeping the elbow locked. Touch the ground and walk your fingertips a little further away from you. Allowing your head just to hang heavy, you'll feel the stretch through the shoulder of the right and through the neck, down maybe even all the way down to your fingertips. Breathe deep here. Now roll your head very slowly over to the right. Allow your head to hang to the right shoulder. Eyes closed. Extend through the left hand this time and bring your right hand back to your knee or to your feet. Lock your elbow on the left side and extend through the fingertips. Bring them to the ground. You may want to walk your fingers a little further away from you, arm nice and straight. Shoulder dropping down away from your ears. Head hangs heavy and breathe deep. One more deep breath. Start to roll your head down to the center. Grab onto your knees and arch your spine. So tuck your belly back and pull your shoulder blades apart with your knees. Look down at the ground. And then inhale, lift your chest, look to the sky, taking a back bend. And back to center. Let's come onto our knees in tabletop. From here we're going to take 3 CatCows. So inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch, tuck the tailbone and the chin. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch. Taking one more. Come to a neutral tabletop. Extend through the arms. Keep your hips in line with your knees. And you may want to block where you're going to rest your head. We're coming down for puppy pose. Extend your arms out nice and long. If you don't want the block, you can just bring your forehead down to the ground. Extend through your fingertips, reach them further away from you, arms nice and long. Hug up through your belly, hug your belly towards your spine. Elbows are nice and locked and lifted above the ground. Breathe here in your puppy pose. Walk your fingertips over towards the left side of the mat and grab onto your right wrist. Rest your head back down to the ground or onto your block. And just hold that right elbow off of the ground, but start to tilt your right armpit towards the floor, getting a deeper stretch. Down the right side of the body and through the armpit, down the arm. Take a few deep breaths here. Lift yourself up, walk yourself over towards the right side of the mat. take a grip of your left hand or your left wrist and rest your head down to the ground or onto your block, slightly tilting the armpit of the left arm down to the ground, getting a deeper stretch through the left side this time. Take 3 deep breaths. Push yourself back up, back to center. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog. Take a plank first, hug up through your core, and then send your tailbone up and back to the sky. If you're a beginner, then don't worry if your heels don't touch the ground. Just become as comfortable as you can in this position. With time, this will feel like a resting pose. Perhaps not right now. So you may want to just bend and straighten through the legs. Make sure your hands are shoulder distance, your feet are hip distance. Externally rotate your shoulders so you're trying to get your armpits to look at each other. And very slightly internally rotate your hips, your thighs, so you're trying to get your knees to look at each other, but it's a very small movement. Spine is nice and long. Hug up through the belly, and together let's take 3 deep breaths. Lift up through your right leg and step it between your palms as best you can. Rotate your back foot and plant the whole of the heel and the foot down onto the ground. It's only about a 90-degree angle to the mat. Your hips are facing forwards and we're coming up. Inhale, lift your hands to the sky. Bend into the front knee, into our warrior 1 pose. Hips are facing forwards. Just hold this for a nice deep inhale and exhale. Take another inhale and exhale. Open your hips so your hips are facing the long edge of the mat and your foot is now a 90-degree angle to the back of the mat. Bending into the front knee. Extend through the arms, look beyond the right fingertips. We're in warrior 2. Bringing your right forearm to your right knee. Inhale, left arm up and over your ear. Stretch through the body, look to the sky. Maybe sink a little deeper into the front knee. Back to warrior 2, look straight ahead. And then high lunge. Hop up off of the back foot and keep the heel off of the ground at the back. Hips are facing forwards. Inhale your arms to the sky. And frame the front foot. Start to very slowly bring your back knee down to the ground in our low lunge, sinking low towards the floor. If you're very inflexible, this is where your blocks will come in handy. Just use them either side of your leg. The closer the back knee is to the front heel, the easier this pose will be. Wherever you are, just enjoy it, but if you'd like to go a step further, you can lift the back foot off the ground. This isn't possible for everyone. And grab the back foot and just pull it closer towards your bum. Getting a deeper stretch through the psoas muscle, through the quad, if this is possible for your body. If you've got the foot, just release it and plant your right hand on the ground. If you're a beginner, use your block, plant it onto your block. We're going to inhale the the left arm up and over our ear, look to the sky. Getting a deeper stretch through the side body and through the psoas muscle. And exhale, frame the foot once again, back in our low lunge. Sending your hips back behind you, straighten the front leg as best you can. You can always use your blocks, plant your hands on your blocks. We're folding over the front knee in our half split pose here, just stretching through our hamstring. Taking one more deep breath here. Coming on forward to our low lunge, step back into plank, lift up off the back knee. Hold your plank, take a deep inhale and exhale. And gently bring your knees to the ground. Exhale, chaturanga, drawing your elbows very close to your body. Draw your whole body down to the ground. Inhale for baby cobra, lift your chest. Look to the sky and exhale down. Bend your legs and take a grip of the inside edge of your feet. Now inhale, lift your chest and your knees and your thighs if possible off the ground. Look straight ahead into a bow pose. Holding your bow, squeeze your knees towards each other, keeping them in line with your hips. One more breath. And release. Push yourself back up into a plank. And then back to downward facing dog. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side. So just walk your dog to start with. And when you find comfort, become still. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. Look straight ahead, lift your left leg and step it between your palms as best you can. Now we're going to rotate the back foot around a 40 degree or so angle to the back of the mat, so the heels on the ground. Keep your hips facing forwards, bend into the front knee, 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms up to the sky, warrior one. Bend into the front knee, and let's just take a nice deep breath. One more inhale, and exhale, rotate the body, opening up through the hips. Back foot is now 90-degree angle to the back of the mat, bend into the front knee. Open up through the arms, warrior two, look beyond the left fingertips. Breathe here. One more deep breath. And bring your left forearm to your left knee and inhale the right arm up and over your ear, look to the sky. One more deep breath. Exhale your way back to warrior two. And then stepping a little forward, back heel off the ground. Hips face forwards, we're coming down for high lunge. Bend into the front knee. One more deep breath. And exhale down, frame your front foot. So we're in a runner's lunge now, and then very slowly we're drawing the back foot, the back knee, down to the ground in our low lunge. Remember, the closer the front heel is to the back knee, the easier the pose will be. And you can always be up nice and tall on your blocks. So wherever you are today, just enjoy the stretch. Allow your hips to hang heavy, given to gravity. And wherever you are, breathe deep. Keep your breath nice and deep. If you ever struggle to breathe deeply in a pose, then you've gone too far. So then you may want to hold back a little, maybe use your blocks. For those of you who are a little more flexible, lift up off the back foot. Take a grip of it with your right hand. Sorry, your left hand. My right and my left is so off today. Sorry, guys. And then start to draw that heel towards your bum, if this is where you are flexible. But if you're not, don't even try it. And get a little deeper if this is where you are. Breathe deep into the pose. If you have your foot, just release it slowly back down to the ground. Plant your left hand onto the ground or onto your block. And we're going to inhale our right arm up and over our ear, look to the sky. Getting a deeper stretch through the side body, down through the psoas and through the hip on the right side. And then back to our low lunge. Send your hips back behind you, straighten the front leg. You can lift the toes off the ground so they face the sky. Hug your belly back. Remember, you can use your blocks here. We're in our half split. Just enjoy this hamstring stretch. You can always bend your front knee as much as needed, but try to straighten it as best you can. And roll forward back to our low lunge. Come up off the back knee. We're going to step back into high lunge. Hug your belly back towards your spine. Tuck your tailbone and keep your body in one nice straight line. Thumb shouldn't be lifted or it shouldn't be hanging. You're a nice strong line. And then slowly draw your knees down to the ground. Making our way down to the floor. Bend your elbows, draw them close to the body, and very, very slowly drawing your body down to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest, baby cobra. Take your hands off the ground and exhale down. Bend your legs, keep them hip distance. Grab the inside edge of each foot. Your thumbs are on top. Your thumbs are facing the sky. Kick up into your palms, lifting your knees, your thighs and your chest. Look straight ahead, squeeze your knees towards each other. Take a couple of deep breaths here in your bow pose. And exhale down. Open your knees nice and wide as your mat, if not wider, and start to walk your hands back towards your body. So we're coming down into a wide-legged child's pose. Extend through your arms, rest your forehead onto the ground. Don't worry if your bum is lifted. If your bum is too lifted, you may want to rest it onto a block or onto a pillow. We're just going to be here for 3 deep breaths. Now just walk your hands back towards your body. Draw your knees together. Come on forward and take a seat on your bum. We're going to end our class with a really lovely chest opener. So take your blocks, or you can grab books or pillows. And we're going to place one block for the head. So you want the length of the block to be at the head of the at the head chair. You can have it on the lowest level or you can have it on the medium height. So whatever's going to be better for your body, depending on how flexible you are. If you're very inflexible, you want them on the lowest level. And then the other block, you're making like a T. So you've got the T shape here, about 1 inch or 2 away from the top block, but that's where your between your shoulder blades is going to rest. So we want to get ourselves into position. And we're going to try and get just below our shoulder blades to rest on the edge of this block that's closest to us. You don't want the block on your actual lower spine. So make sure, just get yourself in position, start to rest back, come onto your elbows and just fiddle around, get that block so that the end of the block is just below your shoulder blades. And you're going to start to lean backwards. So that block is now resting between your shoulder blades, and then the other block, just move it around and get it so that the back of your head is resting onto it. Keep your knees bent up towards the sky for now. Get yourself into position, just take your time. Make sure there's no pain. If there is, lower your blocks a little lower down to the floor. Now take the inside soles of your feet together and just allow your knees to fall open. So we're in like a butterfly pose at the bottom of our body. So allow the knees to hang as open as they can be. Don't worry if your hips are very inflexible, but just rest and give in to gravity. Get as comfortable as you can, and then open your arms out to the side so your elbows are in line with each other. Your elbows are in line with the shoulders as well. So it's almost like a T shape. But then have your fingers up at the top of the mat. So you're creating a sort of half square shape with your arms, a bit like a cactus. And just allow your elbows to fall down towards the ground. This is hitting quite a few birds with one stone. We've got a hip opener going on down by our legs. We've got a little gentle heart opener, a very gentle back bend going on, which is wonderful for the spine. And then we've got a really deep chest and shoulder stretch with our arms in a cactus position. Just giving in to gravity, let the weight of your arms fall down towards the ground. Close your eyes with your face facing the sky. We're all going to take 10 deep breaths here together before we end our class. So just enjoy some nice deep breaths. In and out of the nostrils. You're welcome to change your arm or leg position at any point if you become uncomfortable. One more deep breath together. You can open your eyes, but stay where you are. And then very slowly, if your arms are still in cactus, start to draw your elbows down towards your body. This is quite intense, so if this is too much, then just slowly draw your elbows up to the sky towards each other. Maybe take a grip of your shoulders with your hands as you do so. But otherwise draw your your elbows down towards your body. And then lift your hands and just get your arms onto your belly, your hands onto your belly. Very slowly we're going to come out of this, so don't crank your neck as you do so. Slowly draw your knees up to the sky and draw them back towards each other. Let's plant our forearms onto the ground, and we're going to very slowly grab onto your bum or onto your thighs. Very slowly going to lift the head and then the tops of the shoulders and then the mid-spine, and just very slowly make your way into a nice comfortable seat, guys, any seat of your choice. Just plant your props over to the side, sit up tall, give your shoulders a little roll. And then exhale, grab your knees, arch your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. Just giving your back a little stretch in the opposite direction. And then inhale, lift your chest to the sky, look up. One more time, exhale, arching the spine, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Back to center. Last thing, let's just give our heads a little roll from side to side. Drop the shoulders down. And back up. I really hope you guys have enjoyed today's class and that it's left you feeling a little bit more stretched out and a little less fatigued. Sometimes just stretching the body and having a little tiny bit of movement just makes you feel like a new person, especially after a really bad night of sleep. So guys, you can end today's class with a shavasana. I've got a shavasana that I will link to at the end of the video. Feel free to do it and just lie there, breathe and meditate. And actually I highly recommend you do so, and it'll just set your day on the best way that you possibly could. So I'll make sure I link that for you, and you can click it and just get into position and stay here on the mat for a little longer. But if you're a bit busy and you need to get on with your day, then I hope you've enjoyed this and this has given you enough of a boost to feel a little bit more human again. So anyway guys, I wish you all a wonderful day ahead, and until our next class, lots of love and light. Namaste.